Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's Overwatch matchup between the St. Rose Golden Knights and the Syracuse Orange. I am Josh Jeller, joined as always by Ted Wertner. Ted, how's it going on this fine evening?
So you have no idea how long I have been hyped for this matchup. The St. Rose Knight of Gold versus the Syracuse Orange of Orange. Let's see how this goes. Crits on Diva. Hell yeah. Meta. Who? Let's go.
This
It's been
meta
a long
is a
week.
fun one. You kind of get freedom to choose whoever really that you're good
Oh
at.
my
You're not forced into one anymore, and we see a big anti-nade coming out early as Wizrat falls. Bortfan playing on the Soldier. Clutch just fall the Ana. Immortality Field is taken out by crits though. We'll check over on Bortfan on that Soldier, taking out Mr. J. Moop and Jafar helping to clean up as well. Diva is out of mech. And it's just a matter of time as Illusion falls, and St. Rose will take first control of the point here.
Ooh,
Bortfan
beautiful
going a
cleanup
bit
there.
crazy here on Mr. Jack Morrison.
I'm getting some BG vibes here, some before Goats plays right now. An offensive Diva, a Soldier to boot. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. The Golden Knights are also doing a really good job of taking advantage of the jump pads. I forget if there's a technical term for them, but just the momentum and the maneuverability we've seen less than 2 minutes into game one here has just been very impressive. So you have the Golden Knights here on top. Clutch spoiling the Halloween costume out of season. I love it.
It's always spooky season as Bortfan sets up on top of the objective, just kind of raining some assault fire down from above, going after Wizrat. The Moira and falls to the Helix missiles at the end.
Ooh, the hunt down here. Did you see the orange Diva coming in to put some pressure on Bortfan, force him down from the ledge, and
Oh, a
right
nice
into
save.
May's trap?
Nice save by the Wrecking Ball, able to save the life of Bortfan there, who's still alive, but could prove to be a bit difficult here as the Orange have 5 on point, and they will take the objective back. 54% on the objective for the Golden Knights.
Moop's minefield just wasn't enough to deter the rest of the Oranges from coming in and claiming the objective. 54% online
Chat
for the
visor.
Golden Knights. However, the Oranges already up to 15% here on the point. Bortfan doing a good job just poking up there on the high ground. Drop down to regroup the rest of the team. We'll see our first contest there as the Golden Knights begin their advance on the point. A switch to Tracer on Jafar will get shot down by Tracer's hard counter. The Cowboy, another minefield coming down less than a minute after the first one. Beautiful work here by Moop, putting in the work, able to get May out of play here. More of attrition between the Oranges and the Golden Knights tanks here. Moop just weaving in and out ever so beautifully between that point. However,
Wizrat.
Ryan on the offensive.
Oh, goes for the shatter onto the ball. The Diva Bomb is out though, but Speets with the Deadeye able to pick off Moop and Bortfan there. They've almost caught up in percentage now, 54 to 53 as Bone Jangles falls just trying to escape. He does have sound barrier, so we'll see how that gets utilized as Syracuse takes control in terms of progress here.
The Orange's Reinhardt doing a great job of creating space for the rest of the Syracuse team just to keep their shop set up there on the point. Jafar coming up on Pulse Bomb soon though, so we'll see if they're able to use that to regain some of that lost momentum. The wall. You gotta love the walls. We haven't gone a week without seeing a wall, I don't think, Josh. That trend's not gonna die this week either.
No, I don't think so, and what's even better is it looks like we're locked in on Jafar here, so let's watch the Tracer go to work.
Hey, a lot of work being put in right now. Pulse Bomb now online, along with a 3K coming out from Bortfan's visor. Cleaned up with Moop's Wrecking Ball on top of that. Speak Z does fall. MRJ right behind, getting back for that counter earlier as the St. Rose Golden Knights begin the reclaim on the point. 60% now online for the Golden Knights, 98 for the Syracuse Oranges. This next team fight could be for all the marbles for game one, or all the oranges, I suppose. I'm gonna milk this pun for all it's worth, and I'm happy you're here to Yep. Oh, beautiful.
Maybe I will.
Both Golden Knight DPS poking out there as the Oranges begin their last stall here. Most of the Golden Knights are pushing up just to create as little space for the Oranges as possible. We will see a contest here on the point, and the Battle of the Qs commences as we see an Orange switch to Doomfist and Wrecking Ball. Ooh, another beautiful counter. Ooh, Meteor Strike coming up.
Get into position.
Beautiful hustle there by the Oranges. Not caving into pressure with the rest of the Golden Knights pushing up to their spawn, able to push back that, break them off, separate the Golden Knights, get those critical picks, and achieve
We can
victory.
change perspective. Wow.
Beautiful.
What a
You gotta take
concept,
the wins with
Blizzard.
the losses.
Thanks, Blizzard.
Very cool.
What's even better is I think my mic was muted there for a little while, so we are just A+ production tonight.
Goodness. Yeah, it's alright.
Let's see the composition that we have this time. We do see the Zarya Rhine, which is always a fun time. Clutch switches back to Ana, so they will have that Sleep Dart in their disposal. Meanwhile, we do have Bone Jangles, Bortfan, and Jafar on Lucio, May, and McCree. Let's get right into it here on point 2 of Oasis.
Pretty solid team comp with just a pinch of
Oh,
CC just doing
just
some
bullying.
juicy plays. Immediate bully. I couldn't have said it better myself. Both the supports now down for the Oranges as long
Run,
as one of
Diva.
their tanks. However, they will trade a support and a DPS on the Golden Knights side in kind. However, it appears now the point is unlocked. The St. Rose Golden Knights have a pretty solid capture here as they make their stake there.
Do a quick ultimate check.
God bless
No one
on-screen
particularly
folks.
close. Crit's closest for the Golden Knights. Oh, 75. He was at 55, and that Fire Strike got him up 20. It's got to be fun to play Ryan and be
We
good
are
at him.
seeing the Oranges whipping out the Doomfist early in this match. It seems to be working out greatly in their favor. Both tanks now down for the Golden Knights. Half the team now down, forcing a retreat as the Syracuse Oranges make their claim on the point. 21% online for the Golden Knights. Almost a quarter of the way there.
Getting there.
Getting there. Slow and steady wins the race. And
Yes.
that appears to be a race that is currently being won by the Syracuse Oranges.
Any more puns for us?
I
know I'm putting you on the spot
They'll
here.
come when the time is right.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry.
All right, don't rush perfection.
Exactly. You know me so well. And we're seeing a flying May Blizzard. Interesting.
Yeah, we did see. Oh no, I think
no,
it
we're
got
actually seeing a
canceled.
Oh no.
It got canceled out. Illusion taking out Bortfan. Moop is fully charged though, so this could be dangerous if they get close to that Zarya. It does have Graviton Surge as well. The Reinhardt
my
is going in. It's seen it. He's going for it. Oh, he gets the Shadow down on Pritz but falls. Oh, Moop with the triple on the Grav Surge. Bortfan with the cleanup as well. Mr. J is able to take out Bone Jangles at the end. Here comes Mr. J on the Meteor Strike going after Moop, but he's able to survive that one. And the Doomfist will retreat back to point as St. Rose doesn't really have a full team to push up with here, but they're just going to try to push up and pour as much damage as possible, and they even get an elimination off of that. Mr. J falls. Diva Bomb is out from Syracuse. It takes out Crits. Bombed out behind the Rhine Shield, and the Reinhardt is down for the Golden Knights. St. Rose just looking for a bit of a pinch here from two angles as Moop is going in, but the sound barrier is thrown out by the Orange, and they're able to save most of that team fight as Jafar falls at the end as well.
Interesting approach there by Mook going on the high ground, just pepper spraying the Oranges with some secondary burst shots there. Still keeping that full charge there, which is insane. Putting in so much work for the Golden Knights, able to keep up this contest here on the point. 80% now online for the Oranges though, so they're gonna have to commit to a lot of
Diva
rolls
out of
to
mech.
convert off of that. We will see a Diva D-Mech, and will we see a Dead Moira? The answer is yes.
Oh no, too
Shoot.
bad.
Oh, we're still seeing a contest here on the point. Lucio making the
Oh,
last
they
stand, but it will
got it.
not be enough, and Scenic will fall down alongside of Snorlax.
Run! Oh, he didn't get away the death ball. As Clutch takes out Mr. J. Syracuse will have to regroup here, but the Orange are able to get 94% on the objective as St. Rose is just climbing past the midpoint of the 30s.
Perfect. Wonderful work there by the Golden Knights to recapture that point. Already entering the next team fight.
Oh,
here.
another grass surge.
Ooh, beautiful. Those takes so long to build, but Luke does it like it's his job. I suppose it is as tank.
In a
but
way.
Still, beautiful work being done here by the Golden Knights. We're seeing a lot of good resources being committed to just to keep up the momentum. A lot of ultimates, a lot of Qs. We're seeing a Blizzard into a Coalescence. Very, not an uncommon combo, but a very lucrative one. Able to convert a 3K off of that. Make that 4. I stand corrected.
All combos are great combos.
That's facts.
It's Jafar with 2 at the end as well, so Syracuse is going to need a full reset here, and St. Rose is climbing that point up to 75% now. And not to mention, we'll do a quick ultimate check here, as Jafar and Crits do have their ultimates. So we do have an Earth Shatter and a High Noon coming in soon. We'll wait and see as they reach 85% on the point. Oh, here comes the High Noon from Jafar, but the Maywall goes up. Friendly Maywall just trying to control everyone, and the Shatter comes down from Crits. It's a 3-man. Diva Bomb coming out from Syracuse as well as Speeds is taken out. The Diva Bomb is thrown in and takes out Bone Jangles. Bortfan and Crits were able to pick off 1 apiece there. It's going to be a fight to the death on point. Crits at 9 HP. Get some health, my man. He's at 84. Getting back up as Illusion is out of mech. And Snorlax falls as well. St. Rose can take this one right here. 99%. The Shatter comes out. It's a 2-man, but it's a big one. Seen it though, unable to last, but Mr. J, the double off the Meteor Strike going after our St. Rose's Diva now. Moving Crits.
The inner McCree there, but that beautiful kill on MRJ, and that'll be game 2 for the St. Rose Golden Knights.
I think it's adorable that you're using MRJ instead of Mr. J. He's official. He's a mister.
Oh, that's right.
He's your college professor.
He's a very slippery Doomfist. That's all I see.
We'll see how St. Rose decides to compose their team for this deciding point here on Oasis. Is that a far MRC with a ball? Oh, I'm in heaven.
Oh, baby. I really can't articulate how much fun I'm having watching this. Like, the Golden Knights are just on point tonight. And
even after dropping that first point too, they looked really good as a team. And you know, as we've mentioned ever since they started, just one thing that St. Rose kind of sets themselves apart in is that communication and just how well they're able to coordinate with one another and really organize their strategies and put it to the enemy team.
Exactly. Team cohesion is so critical in a game like Overwatch, and the Golden Knights have really shown that they've really come together, that they're all peas in a pod, or the same oranges in the bag. You know what I'm saying?
Wrong team.
Alright, we'll see. We'll see if the oranges change their strategy here on map 3. Ooh!
Hello, Illusion, and goodbye. As the Orange have 4 on point, though, this could be a losing fight for the Golden Knights here. Jafar and Bone Jangles falls, and Jafar takes out the enemy Tracer, but they do have the Mercy now, so they're able to get the res off of Bone Jangles, as both Divas are out of mech. You got 2 babies running around out there, but Syracuse is able to take the point, as Jafar falls to the Doomfist as well. Doomfist proving to be a problem here from the Orange.
Showing absolutely no fear, bringing that fist right into Bortfan's face. However, Bortfan remained determined to get that barrage off. Will get shut down by a very hungry Snorlax. We'll see another tank v tank fight here. Hey, caught me off guard how much you enjoyed that one. I was expecting you groan, sigh.
That was one of your good ones. There aren't many, but that was a good one. Snorlax, speaking of, alright, now he's Munchlats. As he falls down to the Pharah, Bortfan able to take them out early. They're down a key support here. I guess all sports are key supports. Yeah, sports are good, blah, blah, blah. I'll never take you for granted, Ted.
Hey, you're the one who's like platinum support. I'm stuck in bronze forever. Bronze voids. I'm just a bronze support living in a diamond world with these beautiful juicy plays coming out of Crits.
He's got the Diva Bomb. This could be big if he's able to throw it down, but they might not even need it, honestly. They've got a bunch of people on point. As Illusion does fall, the Moira is super low. She's 1 in the Wizrad falls. That still messes me up. It gets Wizard. Zenith falls as well.
Bone Jangles will fall, able to get that nano off mere seconds before, just to give Crits that extra juice they need to keep up this fight here on the point. Lucio and Tracer on the Orange side doing a great job here, just prolonging this fight as long as possible. However, Mr. J doing a fantastic job leading away some of the Golden Knights tanks, suggesting give the Oranges more time to regroup, and we will see 2 squishes on the point to back up the Doomfist, but will it be enough? That remains to be seen. Crits still holding on to Bomb, though, waiting for that watershed moment to pop it off. Wizard will fall again.
Be it.
And
they don't even need
the
it.
pincer approach. Who's left? Doomfist once again
course.
going up top, just putting in that chip damage wherever
They can't get him.
Hey, slippery. I told you.
And he gets the health pad too. He's the last one that St. Rose didn't have to take it here. Mr. J finally falls. That life was about as long as my workday today. He stayed up forever, but St. Rose able to turn it around in the end. They are climbing as Syracuse gets it to 99%.
And that just goes to show the beautiful work that Mr. J put in, prolonging that fight just long enough for the clock to hit 99% for the Oranges. So the Golden Knights are going to have to hold this point. Very sneaky. Let's see it.
No,
Let's see
I
the
don't think they
magic.
need it yet. They also have Diva Bomb. They have a few ultimates to use here. There it is. They go for the Earth Shatter as well as Scenic is able to pick off one, and Speeds twins up with two others as well. Crits throws in the Diva Bomb, has to re-met, gets no hits from the bomb itself. Clutch falls, and he's right out of met. He was in there for about 2 seconds. Crits super low, Baby Diva versus Tracer, and the Tracer will win. Syracuse, 99%, they take control right back. Mook gonna have to try their best to stall here. As Bone Jane Luciana coming back, Tracer is on point as well. St. Rose is going to be able to contest this at least a little bit. Sound Barrier does come out. Great sleep.
Beautiful sleep dart.
That could be big.
They won't have it for the Coalescence, though.
That's all right. As the Diva can't touch it. Oh, it gets there, but just misses out on it. Crits was just a little bit late, and Syracuse will take Oasis.
Wonderful push there by the Syracuse Oranges, just going in there, splitting up the Golden Knights as best as they could, and then just getting those critical picks. We saw the bullying right there at the very end, bullying the squishies into the back line and preventing the tanks from creating that much needed space during the overtime clock. Beautiful pressure. Just, I'm a broken record, but just beautiful work by both teams. And that'll be game 1 for the Syracuse Oranges. We'll be right back.
And welcome back as we find ourselves on Dorado. I'm sure we've probably played here fairly recently, but it feels like it's been a while. One of my favorite maps personally, even though I'm absolute trash on it. But we find ourselves on the Escort map here with Syracuse holding a 1-0 lead. And remember that it is first to 3, best of 5, so see which team is able to get the first 3 or the 3 maps first. I'm off to a great start here. As we get started here on Dorado, we find St. Rose's composition. Is that a Genji? We're going right to the Genji.
I saw a monkey.
No. We
I'm
focus.
So no,
we
I'm,
focus
I'm
on the
happy,
Genji.
I'm happy to say on Genji and his really cool costume. But move on monkey makes me very happy.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh no!
That was. Speaking of off to a great start, that could have been something.
Bortfan just trying to put on some damage there as Syracuse sets up kind of in the bunker position up to the top left. The Munty is in. Tritz does fall though, so that's a Diva down. We'll go over to your Munty. And Wizrad falls, so Moop is able to get a jump pad kill on one.
Beautiful work there. Beautiful leg work by that big, beautiful gorilla. Oh my god, Moop channeling their inner XQC here. Let's see these big boy plays.
Yeah, that's two references that hit well with me. So nice job. Speeds falls. Moop has to go into Primal Rage just to stay alive as Bortfan is able to get the assist on Speeds. Jafar takes out Scenic as well. Moop is going banana. That was too easy.
Mode.
Yeah,
He's
Illusion.
Sheer unfiltered ape mode.
Illusion out of mech.
Oh my god, hunt him down. Don't let him get away. No, I let him live. Send a message to the rest
oh
of
no!
as he returns.
Snorlax run. Waddle, I guess. We'll do a quick ultimate check here. Oh, we're coming up on the Nano Blade. Oh no, don't tell me I'm stuck on Tracer again. Blizzard, why? Alright, well, Pulse Bomb's War, I guess.
It is only now that I noticed that Jafar was flexing with the Golden Tracer guns.
Yeah, and the NY itself stand. Oh, not able to escape Snorlax though. If Jafar switches, I can switch perspectives. Please. We'll see here. We're stuck here. Alright, Jafar, what do you got for me? Give me a show at least. I paid admission for this.
At least they're a high admission. At least they're a high mobility hero. So even if we're stuck on them, we'll have quite the fast-paced show.
So Bortfan did go with their ultimate, but did not wait for the Nano Blade. So Nano is still in waiting here. Otherwise, we have Sound Barrier coming up, Diva Bomb coming up fairly soon. So we'll keep an eye on where that Nano goes and how long it's going to be held for use here.
4 minutes still on the clock for the Golden Knights just to regroup and reposition themselves. The Orange's McCree has gone in with some really juicy plays here. Just getting
Diva
the
Bomb.
Golden Knights retreat just a bit, prolong their advance. Just touching out just far enough to create some pressure, and also retreat to safety. But that safety net will crumble as Jafar goes in and corner speaks. Wizrat will fall as well. Let's see if they're able to clean up with the other support here as well. The Orange's Lucio has been so on point these last few games with their ability. Is able to weave in and out of trouble on a whim. Mr. J will fall as well as Illusion's mech right behind as the Golden Knights finally continue their escort of the payload.
Don't worry, Jafar is still doing well. Blizzard, why? Fix your game. It's been a while. Jafar is at 95% on Pulse Bomb, so we'll see that extended cooldown come out soon.
Yeah, boy.
Going after Scenic.
Reinhardt doesn't quite know where to put his shield just to block the oncoming enemy fire and also keep the rest of his team alive, and that will cost both Wizrat and Speaks.
Oh, no kill, but able to get the damage onto Scenic. Scenic is one and falls to Moop in the end, the Monkey.
The pincer approach the Golden Knights have deployed this game has paid off in spades. Seeing Genji pushed on in there, just try to hunt down the Diva. We'll get another kill on Speaks.
My
instead.
goodness. No, Scenic, you don't want to go here. You don't want to come here. You don't want to be here.
I appreciate the initiative.
Oh, the Immortality Field, though. Okay. All right, so that...
resources being committed, but that will keep them up. But not for long, though.
I want to watch the Genji.
We have Genji at home.
Genji at home, picture of Hanzo. As Snorlax falls as well. Moop is going Primal all the way back in the enemy spawn, just trying to do some crowd control as that cart is still on the move. 30 meters through the second objective, going all the way to the finish here is Jafar with yet another Pulse Bomb.
Once again, the Orange's Reinhardt leading the charge. orange, rightfully so. We are seeing some pepper damage continuing to be
Well,
Mr.
Nano Blade.
Nano Blade being immediately answered with the sound barrier, being
Oh.
immediately answered with the recall by Jafar, able to shut down Wizard, seeing all the CC come out with
the Blizzard.
Nade and the Sleep Dart, able to evade the Blizzard. Wall will come out just to separate the team, possibly discombobulation, but it will not be enough to halt this payload as Mr. J and Scenic both fall to Jafar with a little help by Boardfan, and of course, Monkey to boot.
Well, I'll admit, there are worse matches to be spectating one person. But Jafar, Moop, and Bortfan are just going ham here. And the Nanos from Clutch also coming in clutch as well. And we cannot go one stream without making a clutch pun.
Oh, yeah,
anyway.
No, that's why they hired us.
Yeah. Oh, Diva Bomb is thrown out, and it's thrown right on the cart. It takes out Bone Jangles, and Bortfan falls as well. Crits answers with a bomb of their own, takes out Illusion before he can get back into the mech.
It's always the last few meters on this point where it can really cause a turnaround. The spawn point is basically inches away from where the card is trying to get into. So next to a nigh team wipe, it can cause a lot of havoc and a lot of hustle to get through that final breaking point to finish the objective. The payload will begin its retreat though, as the oranges have recollect themselves and forced a retreat of the Golden Knights.
See here, Jafar with yet another Pulse Bomb, able to build those up almost as fast as early Coalescence from like the beginning days, when it would be, there would be some stream error I couldn't even fix by the time that a Coalescence was popped. So we'll keep an eye on that Pulse Bomb here. Keep an eye on Reaper. I don't think he's used Death Blossom yet, so it's something to keep an eye on here. We'll see if they have any kind of defensive ultimates, but I do see a Primal Rage and a Dragon Blade. Moop and Bortfan going to once again. Taking them to the cleaners, and there's the Death Blossom. It's able to pick off Bone Jangles and Clutch in the backline. They have no heals. They're going to have to win this one on their own. Jafar running for the health pack. Run, man, run. He's going to go all the way back to spawn, build up that support ultimate. We'll keep an eye here. Oh, we didn't do a switch. Am I going to be able to Thank goodness. All right. No offense, Jafar. You're a great person, but...
It's like he knew.
Alright, we do see Bortfan switching from the Genji to the Mei. I like the pick, but also kind of mad that this is when I get to spectate you. So, we're going to switch off of you because I'm mad.
That earlier Blade, getting the, I believe it was the 3K, then switches to Mei. It's important to stay humble.
They do go Zarya Ryan now, so they're making a big switch up here. So I guess, you know, like you were saying, it always comes down to these last few meters. And St. Rose is going to take a completely new approach here, as Illusion is already out of Met, so they're down their Diva early.
Very nice celebration. 63% charge within seconds. Just absolutely
Reaper
melting. Instead of good idea to microwave this, Tipster had to. My goodness. However, there will be 3 kills.
Oh, he's won.
3 picks coming off the Golden Knights. That'll cost them the last 20 seconds for Reaper. We're gonna have to
Move.
to finish this objective. However, the ever undaunted
staying
up.
Uh-oh. He's in trouble.
This illusion will put an end to him.
They use the Diva Bomb down there. That might... St. Rose might be able to touch, actually. So that could have come in use later, as Bone Jangles is able to touch at the end. Now the Ryan is going to have to charge the point. He can't get there in time. The Mei wall. Oh, my goodness.
Beautiful work there by the Oranges. Those last few second resource committances, beautiful.
They are able to get it just about 80 meters onto the end objective here on Dorado. So 2 3/4 pretty much. As Syracuse will go on the attack. We'll see how each team decides to set up. Look how beautiful this map is. And the music is good too. I miss Dorado.
Yeah, me too. Let's vacation there.
I was just going to say let's play comp tonight, but that works too.
Yeah, well, you know, comp, elope, whatever comes first.
What, is competitive play not a vacation for you, Theodore?
Oh, yes. What a vacation it is for half my team
I'm
not
sorry.
to use comp.
You just throw out damage orbs anyway. I don't want to hear it.
Hey, someone's going to carry DPS. Yeah.
And we'll get back into it here. St. Rose sets up on defense. We will take a look at the setup here. As we see Bortfan sticking with the Mei, so we won't get the defense Genji, which is fine. I understand. I'm just sad about it. Oh, we do see a Junkrat there. All right, so we actually haven't seen Junkrat in a while. But like I was saying with this meta, there's like, you know, they're the really good heroes that, you know, you should probably play if you're, you know, like top 500, let's say. But other than that, play who you're good at, and you'll be fine. I'm sure Jafar has played Junkrat on our streams before. I can't remember. I have the memory of an 85-year-old. But we'll keep an eye here on how he's able to do.
Very interesting with burst damage and...
Oh, clutch with the early pit. They're down Snorlax. The Pharah Mercy is just a Pharah. That was so quick.
How did Mook get a 50% charge?
Don't worry about
in 5
it.
seconds? Yeah, fair enough.
89, my
Full
goodness.
charge. Instantly.
Instantaneous as seen it falls. Jafar, thank you for putting in the work on the Junkrat. Snorlax does bring Zenith back in, so Snorlax does respawn and able to get the res off. Now Snorlax is going to attach themselves to the Mercy for Syracuse.
That fire strike now right through Ryan's wall. She popped half of Jafar's hit points, but it won't matter because of Bojangles.
Full charge again.
Clutch team able to get him right back up. Mook just trying to apply some pressure to the high ground with the far Mercy, putting in the work, getting in that chip damage. However, it will bring Mook all the way back to the full charge. We see our first ultimate of the game here with the coalescence coming out from the oranges. Jafar will fall much shortly before that as well. We'll see Team Diva as a trade.
Oh, the pin!
Beautiful pin. Immediately followed up
Run, Mook, run!
by that. Oh my
Oh, he got saved!
solo
Crits!
ult didn't work.
Crits! What a madman! Oh my goodness! Moop!
One solo ult deserves another as Snorlax once again shut
Oh.
down. Stop bullying, speak up unless you're Moop, in which case just put in the work. Beautiful.
My goodness. Zarya Ryan working wonders here for the Golden Knights. Same composition still. Mr. J switching from the Reaper to McCree. So keep an eye on that one.
Interesting. Seen it, liked it, love it. Let's see if we'll buy it.
I'll have to keep an eye on ultimates here. I haven't seen many besides the Shatter come out. Oh, the counter Shatter!
Payback from the last match.
The counter Shatter coming in from Crits. Able to shut down Scenic. And Syracuse is going to have to regroup here. Farah still saying, hey, I'm here, you know, just throwing a rocket or two on the point. Feel free to ignore me. I'll be here all the, the whole time.
That free ult charge, you know, don't mind me.
Yeah.
Just passing through.
We'll do
Just gonna
Twitch.
get a new backline real quick.
Put ultimate chat, Sound Barrier, and Blizzard coming close to a Nano. I'm very curious to see who gets that. I'll place $5 on crits. I don't have $5. So, we'll keep an eye on Moop here. 36% charge is the lowest I've seen in a while.
Hey, remember that thing I was talking about weaving in the backline? Well, that's exactly what Speaks did. Able to get Bojangles up. We'll
Only
pay
the
for
one.
that with revenge and
Yeah.
support. Clutch once again, earning his namesake, coming in clutch and shutting down that offense. Snorlax and
100%.
after that. My goodness gracious. Move. Stop hacking. That's all that can be allowed to. Like, I've seen him jump from 40 energy to 70 from one hit. He's doing something.
We haven't seen much about Bojangles. Let's keep an eye on this Sound Barrier. We'll give everyone some love here.
Got the Lucio Ball skin going.
Uh,
Because I believe that's what that is.
I think
It is not,
maybe?
but that's alright.
no?
Live
Eh.
and learn. And the Oranges are learning that they have to kind of change up
Uh-oh.
the strategy with 3 seconds on the block, and that might just be the momentum shift they need. DPS down for both teams. The burst for the pinpoint precision. Scenic
Oh.
will fall. These walls.
Good night.
These walls. The wall before the fall is the theme of tonight's match. My
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
God.
Oh no, Bojangles falls. They are down to support. Jafar coming back with Riptire. We'll see. They have 15 seconds here. As they're going to make one last push onto the cart. We'll see how far he decides to move up and use it. Or if they're just going to kind of use it as a zoning ultimate. But again, time is ticking. Syracuse going to have to make one last touch here in a couple seconds. Jafar just raining in the burst damage. Here comes the
Year of
Riptire.
Rat baby, let's go.
Oh, he's able to pitch off the
Oh my
Mercy.
God, I cannot condone the amount of bullying that Snorlax has been through this match. Oh goodness, forcing out that coalescence from the Oranges. Moira will not be enough to maintain the momentum. Chris creating so much space for the rest of the team, forcing them to fall back. Last stand here on the point by the Oranges.
Aw.
Wizard
Oh.
will freeze
Alright.
and it will not be enough. And that will be game 2 for the Golden Knights. A wonderful defensive play there, able to hold any and all momentum the Oranges are trying to build up. We did see a bit of we saw a bit of pincer, we saw a bit of backline weaving, we saw just full front offensive, but it just wasn't enough to break their line. We'll be right back.
Welcome back here as we find ourselves on Hanamura for map 3. This match is all square at 1 apiece. Find ourselves on the 2 control point map, Hanamura. Ted unfortunately had to leave us, so you will have to be serenaded by this gorgeous voice for the rest of the match. Let's take a look at the Golden Knights composition here as we see Moop this time switching to DPS and going with the Soldier. And crits on the Orisa. I would say I missed her, but I don't want to lie to you folks. But we'll keep an eye on Clutch here as the barrier is up. We'll switch over as Moop already taking a bunch of early damage down into critical health. But the Ana able to heal back up as Moop is just kind of hanging out on the right. Nice gold gun, my guy. Looking good. As Syracuse is pushing up toward the right van. While the Sim teleport is up, Moop is able to take it out early, but Syracuse is able to get in there. The sentries are thrown down, and now the damage is coming down onto Moop. He just got melted by Speets and the Sim. Jafar takes out the Immortality Field. Clutch with a double air. The 2 supports fall. Bortfan and Scenic are trading there. Damage for a tank. Syracuse has someone on point. I don't know if St. Rose has noticed yet, as they're falling back. We'll see if they can get that first hit. The main wall is up, but it's not big enough as Bone Jangles gets the Bionade from their Ana, and Speets is antied as well, and Crits takes them out before they can get a tick on the objective. Quick ultimate check here. Bortfan 1 already almost at. Well, there it is. All right, Nano. So we could see a Nano shatter than Nano here for Clutch. Keep an eye on how that goes. We're going to switch off and take a look at Jafar. The May here. The Immortality Field is committed early. The shatter is huge. It takes down 5. Seen it falls at the end there. The Immortality Field is taken out. Speets is so low, just trying to escape. And she can't. Wizrat falls as well. What a team fight there from the Golden Knights, but it's not done yet. As Mr. J, the snipe midair from Jafar. The double there. And Jafar's on fire and has a blizzard to boot. They do take out the teleporter pad. And they have a completely new DPS lineup here. Mr. J switching back to that elusive Doomfist. And Speets is on the Hanzo. Baptiste committed a little early, but they committed Immortality Field very early as well. So they're not going to have that for this next part of the poke phase. an eye on Jafar here. When that blizzard is going to be thrown out, they rally in. Syracuse rallies, and they're going to be able to survive that one as Jafar falls. Bone Jangles has to use Sound Barrier while the Draft Surge is out. Wizrat falls as well. Jafar, Tritz, and Clutch get pits of their own. Clutch with the pin as they fly off the map. Moop able to clean up on point, and Bortfan takes out Speeds to end that team fight. 1 minute, 20 seconds remaining, and they haven't gotten a tick on the first control point. Do another quick ultimate check. We have 3 online for the Golden Knights. Clutch with Shatter. Bort uses the nano onto Moop as well, so that's a ton of burst damage coming Syracuse's way. Going after the Rhine here. That's Scenic, able to survive, but the halt brings them all together behind the shield. Prince is just raining damage with that Orisa fusion driver, and Jafar pits off Illusion as well, who had switched to Zarya. Syracuse, probably 2 fights left, but we'll see how long this first one takes. Loop is on flank duty, just looking for the last bit of cleanup, but I think they've already escaped. So we'll keep an eye out. Keep an eye on ultimates as well, as Speed switches again to Soldier, so he's definitely not going to have ultimates. Other than that, we could see a window come out soon, possibly a Shatter. Halted together in the pin in the back line. Able to take down... Oh, Clutch! Jafar and Bone Jangles able to get 4 pits, and that one could secure it here with 10 seconds left. Syracuse is going to have to make a last-ditch effort to this point and try to get some progress on it. 5 seconds to go here. Here comes the ball. It's booped off. It's won, and the Maywall comes up as well. They can't touch in time. Syracuse unable to touch the point. St. Rose with a full hold there on the first point of Hanamura. What a defensive effort. A beautiful defensive play from the Golden Knights. We'll see how they decide to approach this attack, just needing that first tick. It's an eerie silence here in Hanamura, and I haven't seen Genji yet this match, so this round, so I'm a little upset by that. Not gonna lie. There's some music. All right, we're better now. So we get set on Hanamura. St. Rose will go on the attack again, just needing 1 tick on the first point. So we see move on the Widow. I want to see it, not gonna lie. We'll keep an eye out as well. I think, did I see a Braid in there? No, we do see Jafar on Symmetra though. So they are gonna go for the Sim teleport. No, it's a Lucio with Ana, so no Braid, sorry. False alarm, false alarm. It's not Goats, I'm sorry. We're gonna keep an eye on Moop, the headshot machine. Not a nickname that started until now, but we're gonna roll with it.
Just a shell of a woman. I take it you don't want to
Here come the Golden Knights out of spawn, looking for the early take here as Moop goes up to the sniper's perch. Just pouring some damage on the Rhine shield, able to hit the Lucio, but survives. Already taken down half health. Able to pick up the meta, and they're back. Now the Sim teleporter is up. They got 5 Golden Knights on the point. I don't think Syracuse expected to get them all through. Moop with a pick. Jafar does fall, but Clutch takes out Scenic. Bone Jangles just keeping everyone up. Moop going to work and takes out Snorlax as well. St. Rose can clean this up right here. Clutch with another pit. The May is ice blocked off. Mr. J does fall. St. Rose will take the objective and the map, Hanamura, and the lead in this match 2-1. Making quick work of it, the Golden Knights able to go in first push, basically uncontested, going right in the Sim teleport, cleaning it up early. Play the game does come from Moop on the Junkrat. The Immortality Field was able to save them from the Shatter early, but just all the damage pouring down, my goodness. Again, St. Rose with a 2-1 lead as we head into our 4th map. We'll be right back. Welcome back as we find ourselves on our 4th map as it's match point for the Golden Knights here. And we find ourselves on Eichenwald. So we'll keep an eye as Moop starts off on the Widow once again. Other than that, pretty similar composition here, but with crits on the Orisa. So the 2 main shields there. St. Rose will get set on the defense here. We'll see if they can have a hold like they did last map on Hanamura. Keep an eye on it. So we did our hybrid map of Eichenwald here. Well, let's get right into it. Syracuse works their way out of spawn. Jafar just pouring some icicles from deep, excuse me. Sim teleport is out, and they all teleport to point. The Maywall blots them off. A nice Maywall coming there from Syracuse. They're able to get 1 tick. They can't hit the second, though, before a touch comes from crits. The sentry turrets are taken out. The immortality field is committed as well. Another Maywall comes up. Oh, my goodness. May is balanced. May is balanced. Bone Jangles can't hit the health pack in time. They fall at the end. Jafar just stalling just off a point. They're able to get tick number 2. The Ana is there as well. Unable to save everyone. Mr. J on the sim just microwaving the Golden Knights as they secure the payload and the escort begins. Man, I thought St. Rose made quick work of it on Hanamura. Syracuse just gave them a run for their money with that aggressive start here on Eichenwald. As we get set here for the next fight as the payload begins to move. Moop is raining the burst damage from above on the Junkrat. Friendly Maywall is causing a bit of a bouncy barrier here, able to bounce some grenades off. The immortality field is committed. Crits takes out Scenic though, so it didn't save him. Syracuse getting a bit scared. They're going to kind of run away from this one, but the Maywall does come up to save most of them. Bone Jangles taking a bit of damage, but just raining some damage. Moop falls at the end there to Mr. J, who was on the lookout for any over-aggressive Golden Knights. Syracuse will regroup here. They have a ton of time left to get to the next one. Already a blizzard thrown out by Syracuse. It's a big one. Clutch just on the edge of it, but does fall. Jafar falls on the ground. Scenic and Mr. J, and then Speets as well gets in on the fun. Crits falls for a reset as Bortfan and Moop are just waiting for it all to be over. But here comes Mr. J. Oh, a trade there from Moop and Mr. J. DPS for DPS. Another Maywall coming out here, just keeping everyone in spawn, delaying the touch. They've got 5 on the bridge. We're going to keep an eye on Bone Jangles for any possible boopage. We'll see here another Maywall coming out, but Scenic, Speeds, Snorlets, Wizrad, they all fall, and Illusion goes for the reset. Nice teamwork there from the Golden Knights, able to clean it up on the bridge with 3:40 to go just to get it to the castle door. Dude, for the ultimate chat, I know we have Sound Barrier, and then there's Riptire and Nano as well. So we'll see how the Golden Knights decide to move forward with this next team fight, and how many ultimates they decide to commit. Here comes Bone Jangles getting right in on the fun. The Maywall comes up, making for a much shorter pin, not going for the long range. Scenic falls, Snorlets as well. So they're down to tank and a support. Syracuse is going to have to fall back once again. Nice defense from the Golden Knights. Wizrad goes for the reset, and the Orange as a team will reset. I do see a Far of Mercy now. Moop commits to the jump to the Riptire early. It's taking a bit of damage. Loses 3 health though. Still up. Looking for someone. They find Speets. The Far of Mercy combo is down at the hands of Moop and Bortfan. My goodness. Just hunters of prey there. Jafar getting close to Blizzard here. Syracuse doesn't really know how to go forward here. They're waiting for their Far and Mercy to get back, but even with them, they've struggled on 3 pushes so far with just 2.5 minutes now. That time ticks fast when you have a lot of it, right? And they're not going to have much of it soon. You hear High Noon coming out there, but it's walled off, so I don't think they're going to get any hits off of that. Jafar just raining the icicles. Here comes the Diva Bomb. They don't have a wall. Has to go into Ice Block, and Bone Jangles is the casualty from that one. Jafar does have Blizzard. The Immortality Field is committed, though, so he might wait for that to go away before even committing the Blizzard if they use it at all. But they might not need it. Moop and Bortfan with 2 pits. Illusion has to D-Matrix, but can't get away. The last Icicle able to pick off. It's a pretty even fight here. 3v3 as the cart is stopped just past the first overpass. Going after the Pharah with the Icicles once again. I'm sure they have a Mercy in tow. Can't really tell, though. Nope, it looks like it's just the Pharah. Oh, Jafar. Oh, he's booped off. Wizrad with the boop, but Moop makes them pay. Bone Jangles does have beat. Doesn't really need it now, as the Rhine is retreating for St. Rose. Speeds takes out Bone Jangles with a rocket in the back. Moop on the Widow. Just really looking for that Pharah, just putting in little chip shots. But again, the Mercy just making things so difficult for them. Oh, he's able to pick off Speeds. Might go for the res. Mercy. Oh, just goes for the reset instead. A nice pick by Moop. Able to end that fight right there. Nice pick there, and nice teamwork from the Golden Knights. Oh, and Mr. J falls as well. Moop. The headshot machine is sticking true. Baby Diva just hiding there. Just gonna wait it out. Alright, they do have vision, or they do have ultimate here from Moop. Doesn't really need. Oh, what a pick on the Snorlax! What a headshot! And again, Wizrad falls. Somebody stop this man! Moop falls, or Moop takes out Speeds, and then falls to Mr. J at the end. So it's a 3-for-1 trade there for the Widow. 10 seconds left. Syracuse is going to have to make a last-ditch effort, but the shatter is wasted by Scenic. Crits with the double on the Scenic and Mr. J. I don't think they're going to be able to touch into. Oh, the Mercy got on. The Valkyrie able to touch point just at the end there to trigger overtime. Does fall at the end. Sound Barrier does come out with a Blizzard as well. It's a bunch of Qs being pressed, and they're not going to be able to touch the point again. So 120 meters and the first objective there. What a hold there on defense for the Golden Knights. My goodness. Unreal display of defense there by St. Rose. And I think Moop is going to stick with the Widow. Frankly, I'd be upset if he didn't. So we'll keep an eye here on how they decide to go. We do see Zen Baptiste. I am a big fan of that. And otherwise, we do have Hanzo, Widow as the 2 DPS, and then, of course, Zarya Rhine. It's worked well, so why stop now?
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
We do see crits can't really decide between Rhine and Sigma here. We'll see how they decide to go. We haven't really seen too much of Sigma ever since his new meta, honestly. So we'll see how they decide to roll forward with the other tank position. Looks like it is going to be the Reinhardt. So you see the composition for the Golden Knights on your screen currently. We'll see if St. Rose can get just as aggressive. They did the funny. The Maywall coming out. Aha. St. Rose could play with a bit of anger now. Bortfan just looking to pepper on some damage with those orbs from distance. Discord orb is returned, able to pepper some damage, but no kills yet. Oh, the Zarya's trapped. Oh, has to hide behind the shield, but can't get fully behind the Immortality Field. Has to be committed in order to save their Zarya. Illusion takes that out. So Bone Jangles loses the Immortality Field early, and now the one comes out from Syracuse. Oh, and Crits was pinned right up against that May wall. Moop on the Widow. Able to pick Illusion out of the mech. Going for the jump. Has X-Ray Vision? Or Sonic Arrow, excuse me. No pits off of that, though. Oh, another hit onto Scenic. No kill coming. Sneaky little Widow. Can't escape the freeze, though. 13 health. Oh, he escapes with his life.
No one
99. All right, there's the ultimate now. Coming in from Moop, the Infrasight. Oh, it jumped rat, I believe. Pouring a ton of damage down now. Immortality Field committed from both teams. Transcendence coming out from the Golden Knights, though. We'll see if it can minimize most of that damage. Jafar going on to point now. They hear the Riptire. They found the Junkrat. Oh, Jafar going nuts here. Going after the Ana. Takes out Snorlax as well. Jafar, my goodness. Just using the Dragon Arrow as a bit of a zoning tool there. And St. Rose looked like they're going to take this one and get that payload moving. Nice play, as most of the action was going down on the right-hand side. Jafar heard that Riptire, went left, found the owner of the Riptire, returned it to him. 3 kills, and that was that. Crits does fall early, so St. Rose might have to reset here. They commit Grab Surge, able to catch 4 of them, but they're in the Immortality Field, so not able to capitalize too much off of that. Port Fan does take out Snorlax, but then 3 Golden Knights do fall, so they're going to have to reset here. Again, just another 100 meters to go. They don't have to get it all the way to the gate, basically just to the bridge and a little bit. Jangles does have Window, and that's the only ultimate for the Golden Knights. Keep an eye on Moop here. I think we're stuck on Tracer again. Oh, no, we died out of it. Okay. Bone Jangles does go with it, but he's slept. The Immortality Field is thrown out just at the last second. What a play by Bone Jangles, able to save most of the team and keep this team fight going a little bit longer. It's even trading going on right now. Jafar just picking heads. Immortality Field taken out as well from Wizrad. The Diva is out of Match. An illusion midair taken out. Move, Clutch, and Jafar cleaning it up as the cart will continue to move. There's probably going to be one last team fight before it gets to the end of the bridge here. They might not get there in time. Fort Fan does fall early, though, so that's a support down. High Noon is out. The Ryan throws a shield up. They got one off to the right. Mr. J does fall. 4 meters to go, but St. Rose has to back it up just a little bit and wait for the rest of their team. They do. Syracuse does nano their Reinhardt, which, as they're falling back, we'll see. 3 minutes left. That's a big ultimate to use there. We'll see. I mean, they know more than me, so keep an eye here. I think let's move the Tracer in the back line. I'm scared to switch to him again. Okay, alright, we got off of it. As Moop does fall to Mr. J there. Bone Jangles is taking a bit of a nap. Not the best time for it, but... Oh, the Riptire going off to the left. They do have to use Transcendence, and they counter it. So they're able to escape that. Jafar with the kill on the Riptire at the end. Mr. J does take out his cowboy partner there. Crits does fall. Clutch does have Grab Surge, but doesn't need to use it now. We'll do a check on the rest of the ultimates here. Moop getting close to Pulse Bomb. Moop and Port Fan able to clean up there. There's only 2 on the card. The Moira was just kind of hiding there. Bone Jangles does fall. Clutch does take out the Ana. Grab Surge is out. The cart is moving. They were pulled off of it. St. Rose takes it. They win Eichenwald, and they will win this match 3-1 over the Syracuse Orange. What a beautiful last 2 maps there from the Golden Knights. And they played well on the first one, too. Just losing that first round kind of sealed it for them. But let's keep an eye on Moop the Widow here with Potter.
No one can.
Oh, and it was the one that we got to spectate with Snorlax, Wizrad, and then Speeds falling early. My goodness. Once again, St. Rose will take this one by a score of 3-1 over the Syracuse Orange. As always, on behalf of myself, Josh Geller, and Ted Wertner, who unfortunately had to leave us, we do thank you, as always, for watching. We hope if you're not following us on Twitch, we hope that you do so. Keep an eye on all of our other teams as well, with League of Legends, Hearthstone, Overwatch, and more to come. And also follow us on any social media. You can find us there. Once again, we thank you all for watching, and we will see you next time.